As the CEO of a company addressing the intersection of technology and talent acquisition, I am asked all the time about the future and the interactions between technology like artificial intelligence, the human labor force, and the skills that labor force represents. To me, these questions are not only our company's chance to think creatively about the future, but to use these questions to make sure we are best meeting the needs of our clients. Here at DHI, when we think about AI and skills, for example, we see it as a starting point, an opportunity for rethinking how we map organizations and businesses, and for rethinking talent, not around the traditional paradigm of job titles and staid roles, but around skills. When we consider this new paradigm, one in which skills become the core focus of how we define work, both on an individual and organizational level, we not only have the opportunity to innovate and explore new ways of working, we ensure our ability to integrate our work with AI and navigate a wide berth of technological changes in the long term. When it comes to AI, we'll need to make some changes in the workforce. Those changes involve a number of things, of course, but a change in skills is primary. The McKinsey Global Institute refers to this as skill shift. On a basic level, skill shift will encompass a shift away from hard skills to a greater emphasis on soft skills. Hard skills are related to technical knowledge and specific training. They are teachable, and they can be tracked and measured. Writing, math, ability to use software are examples of hard skills. Soft skills, on the other hand, are less tangible, making them harder to measure. Leadership, time management, communication, social skills are examples of soft skills. Increasingly, AI will assume some of these hard skills, and the demand for soft skills will increase. Thinking about skill shift and how we'll integrate with AI helps direct the conversation to a place we at DHI believe is more fruitful. Our approach centers on evolution. When thinking about AI or any new technology, it's not replacing jobs, it's replacing skills. With this realization comes the need to think about talent in a whole new way, not as a role to be filled, but as a collection of skills to be flexibly deployed and replenished. For example, if we think about a job as a collection of skills, those that have accumulated over time as technology has evolved, we can isolate specific skills for potential replacement by AI. We then simultaneously identify other skills within a job that may increase. Diagramming a job in this way allows us to see how skills will continue to expand and contract over time. Through this approach, we not only learn how we best work with new AI advancements, we also learn how to best pursue the acquisition of talent through a whole variety of technological changes. At DHI, we believe this perspective has significant influences on how we imagine the work of a business getting done, and how we find and hire talent. First, we shift away from seeing our businesses and the work of our companies as a collection of roles to a collection of flexible skills. If we realize the valuable resource is skills, not jobs or titles, it frees us from thinking about organizations in these traditional ways and opens us up to new ways of thinking. What if our organizational charts mapped skills instead of titles and roles? What would they look like? Well, for one thing, they'd be much more dynamic. We could envision how our organization may be more fluid and adaptable to technological advances and changes, including AI. For another, our conceptions of our organization would align more appropriately with the reality of the shifting nature of work. And reimagining how we get business done also means reimagining of how we find and hire talent and how we train and keep it. This is where our expertise and differentiation comes in at DHI. We have a host of resources to help match talent with businesses, and our resources are grounded in an emphasis on skills over titles and roles. One resource is Knowledge Graph, built on proprietary data science. Knowledge Graph goes beyond a search for key words or job titles to look for how these things make meaning together. Traditional searches look at a word or a group of words together and spit out results. Knowledge Graph helps us look at words as concepts and will make judgments on how these words connect to one another. In other words, we emphasize skills and their relationship to one another over titles and roles. Knowledge Graph helps us do that. A second resource is IntelliSearch. Consider this a sophisticated step 2, or an extension of Knowledge Graph. IntelliSearch allows a user to cut and paste an entire job description into a field and search for those skills and concepts outlined in Knowledge Graph. What we find is not only better talent connections for the skills an employer requires, we find all the iterations of those skills. These are two of our resources applying an emphasis on skills over job roles and titles. Not only do these resources help facilitate better fits between employees and employers, they are also built to anticipate changes in the workforce as a result of technological innovation. And that's what we offer. Tools to not only work for our customers today, but to help guide them through the changes to come in the future.